Maybe I'd misunderstood something fundamental about how emergency business meetings worked, but deep down I already knew the truth. I just wasn't ready to face it yet. The security guard downstairs confirmed what my gut already knew. No sir, Miss Building's been empty since 5:30. No meeting scheduled for tonight in our system. His sympathetic look told me he'd delivered this kind of news before to other suspicious girlfriends, and I hated being just another woman checking up on her lying boyfriend. I sat in my car in that empty parking garage and did what any self-respecting woman in the digital age would do. I opened Instagram. Trevor's profile showed his last post from 3 hours ago. A gym selfie with some motivational quote about grinding for success. Nothing about work meetings or clients. But his story was a different beast entirely. There he was at Murphy's Sports Bar, raising a beer with his co-workers like he didn't have a care in the world. The timestamp showed 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes after he told me he was trapped in a crucial business meeting. I screenshot that story so fast my thumb nearly cramped, evidence burning into my phone's memory like a brand. But the real knife to my heart came when I started scrolling through his tagged photos. Apparently, while I'd been planning our romantic anniversary dinner, Trevor had been complaining about me to anyone who would listen. Riley, my friend from college who worked in his marketing department, had posted a group photo from happy hour last week. The comment section was a goldmine of information I wish I'd never found. Finally ditched the ball and chain for the night. Someone had written under a photo of Trevor looking carefree and single. Trevor had responded with a laughing emoji, and you know how it is, man. Some girls just don't understand that careers come first. Some girls. As if I was just some random person who'd wandered into his life, instead of the woman who'd supported his ambitions for 3 years. The woman who'd listened to him practice presentations, who'd networking events as his +1, who'd believed in his dreams even when he'd stopped believing in ours. I scrolled further, my heart sinking with each new revelation. There were photos from company parties I hadn't been invited to, inside jokes with co-workers I'd never met, and worst of all, several pictures featuring someone I didn't recognize. A petite brunette with bright eyes and a perfect smile. Someone who appeared in multiple photos over the past few weeks. Someone who looked at Trevor the way I used to before I learned that loving him meant always coming second. Her name was Jessica according to the tags. Jessica Chen, the new marketing intern who'd started last month. The same Jessica who was currently sitting next to Trevor at Murphy's Sports Bar, based on the live location he'd foolishly left, enabled on his social media. I finally understood why Trevor had cancelled our anniversary dinner, and it had nothing to do with emergency client meetings or career advancement. It had everything to do with a 24-year-old intern who probably thought dating the ambitious sales manager was exciting, and rebellious someone who didn't know yet that Trevor's promises were as empty as his commitment to the women, stupid enough to believe them. You know what they say about a woman scorned, but nobody ever mentions the calculated precision that comes with that fury. I spent the next 2 weeks planning Trevor's downfall with the same meticulous attention to detail I'd once used planning our anniversary dinner. The irony wasn't lost on me. My target was Jonathan Hayes, Trevor's boss and the regional sales director, who held Trevor's entire career in his perfectly manicured hands. A little LinkedIn stalking revealed everything I needed to know. Recently divorced workaholic. Frequented the same upscale coffee shop every morning at 7:30 sharp. Hayes was a creature of habit, which made him predictable. And predictable men are easy to manipulate when you have the right motivation. I started showing up at Grind Coffee 5 minutes before Hayes every morning, armed with my laptop and a carefully curated outfit that screamed successful. Professional woman, business casual. With just enough style to catch attention, but not so much that I looked like I was trying too hard on day 3. Fate handed me the perfect opportunity when Hayes fumbled his phone and sent his expensive latte crashing to the floor. "Let me buy you another," I offered, appearing at his elbow like I'd materialized from thin air. That looked like it hurt both your phone and your caffeine addiction. Jonathan Hayes had the kind of smile that probably closed million-dollar deals, but up close I could see the exhaustion around his eyes. The divorce had clearly taken its toll. "You don't have to do that, Miss Cassandra Monroe." And I insist I'm actually a marketing consultant. And I've been watching you work from across the cafe. All week your phone calls sound infinitely more interesting than my quarterly reports. That was all it took: one coffee, one conversation about market analytics, and suddenly I had Jonathan Hayes's full attention. He was impressed by my insights into consumer behavior, charmed by my quick wit, and lonely enough to appreciate genuine conversation with an intelligent woman. By the end of that first coffee, he'd asked for my card by the end of the week. He'd asked me to dinner. I know the perfect place. I told him when he called to confirm our date, Lumia downtown. Have you ever been the same restaurant where Trevor had taken Jessica 2 weeks ago, according to her Instagram story, that she'd foolishly tagged him in? The same restaurant where I should have been celebrating my anniversary instead of plotting my revenge. But tonight I wouldn't be the heartbroken girlfriend crying over shame.